Not me quickly double checking that the enclosure is actually closed and he's not ascending into the heavens. Hello everyone, welcome. Jenny says hello. I hope some of you got to see that, but if not, I will definitely be clipping it for the future. So tonight on Critter Cam, we have Jenny, who is our oldest. Oh, look at his little tail. He's our oldest snake, and look at his little face. He's so cute. This is Jenny. It's short for Genmaicha, which is a type of tea which has corn in it, and he's a corn snake. Therefore, his name is Genmaicha. He is a standard wild type corn snake. No fancy morph or anything, but his colors are absolutely gorgeous. And he's gonna hang out with us tonight. He'll be cruising around, just seeing how things are. So definitely keep an eye on him on the Critter Cam. This is a bit of an experiment to see if we can do snake cams. Hello, Moon. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I am doing pretty well. The slight extenuating circumstances we had on Monday have evened out a little bit. I might sound a little bit out of breath during the stream itself, but I'm just going to be taking it easy. And Fossabot, calm down. We recently switched, as in this stream, switched from Nightbot to Fossabot, and I think I have his timers off. Sorry about that, guys. I am doing better, yeah. The meds that I got from the docs really helped, and yeah, so just I'm dealing with a little bit of breathlessness, which you know, it happens, but I still decided to talk for 2 hours solid this evening. Okay. How are you doing tonight, Moon? And everybody in chat, even if you're lurking, I hope you're having a good night. I'm just going to switch the camera over so you can see what I'm working on here. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Toot. Was supposed to go for dinner, but decided to rain check. Yeah, it's definitely one of those Wednesdays. Nightbot, why are you here? It's definitely one of those Wednesdays when you want to just kind of chill. Yes, one of those Wednesdays. Welcome, Titty. Welcome in. Oh no, the two bots are fighting. Hang on. Okay. You had a caffeine crash earlier? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, caffeine is either our best friend or our worst friend. Always a friend, though. So definitely take it easy. Don't forget to hydrate. In my neurodivergence of drinks here, you can see I have a chocolate banana smoothie, Gatorade, and Diet Pepsis. The bots are fighting. World War III has begun. I know, it's the beginning of the singularity. I thought I had taken Nightbot out of the channel. Maybe I just removed Nightbot's mod permissions. I'm not sure. You gotta mail us the Cuban coffee machine? Yes, please. I will happily take a Cuban coffee machine. That sounds amazing. slightly a source of concern. Teddy was asking you the other day if you'd ever had Cuban coffee. I don't think I ever have had like real Cuban coffee. I know that it's supposedly a little bit sweeter, like kind of sweeter and milky. So I would definitely love to try it. And actually, Titty, our little friend on the critter cam today, Jenny, is native to your area of the world. His natural habitat is the eastern United States, all the way from New Jersey down to Florida. Yeah, he's just a little boy. Snakes are here. Let me make him bigger for you. You can see him right at the back near that log. It's kind of, he's got his head tucked around, but that's him. He was hamming it up for the camera earlier. But snakes are one of those species where the females are actually larger than the males. So there he is. There's my boy. So he is an adult. He's actually at his adult size, pretty much. Like he'll keep growing slowly, but he's pretty much adult size now. Whereas a female would get a couple feet longer and a little bit bigger around. So corn snakes aren't as big as their cousins, the rat snakes or the bull snakes, which is why they're often recommended for kind of like a beginner reptile keeping experience. And also they're friggin' adorable. Yeah, there he is. Just hamming it up. Yeah, you do a checking it out. I just cleaned their enclosures today. So not only did I take everything out of his enclosure, clean it, put it back, rearrange it, I then put a camera in there. So he is an upsetty spaghetti. Yes, he says, hello, Titty. Hello, Auntie Moon. I must check you out. And so the green leaves that you can see that kind of look like palm leaves on the left side, those are attached to like a big round log that he likes to curl under. So if you see them moving, that's him moving his entire log. And he appears to be burrowing under a flower at this point. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on the camera. Snake attacks are common here, but usually it's people step on them accidentally a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I know snakes are pretty common down where you are. And there are poisonous snakes in your area, or venomous snakes in your area. But most snakes just want to be left alone. It's always a good idea to kind of give them wide berth. And if you see them on the road and you are willing to move them and you feel safe moving them, you should always move them in the direction which they're already traveling, instead of trying to move them back to the side of the road that they came from. But also, make sure you know your local laws regarding handling wildlife. So when are we going herping? I wish. We're gonna go herping when we visit Titty. We're gonna have Cuban coffee and go herping. And Titty's gonna be like, you people are insane. Because, I mean, we could go herping here, but it would be mostly turtles. There aren't a lot of snakes native to this area. And we do have one venomous snake that's native to the area. There's only one. It's the Massasauga rattler. But yeah, salamanders and turtles would probably be more likely what we'd find. Maybe garter snakes. Frogs, which don't really count as herping, but they're still cool. Decays are in the area. Oh, that would be cool. Decay's brown snakes are a very small species of snake, and they live communally. They are friggin' adorable. McDonald's has an anime. Oh, you're sadly on an ad, I see. I would not put it past McDonald's to have an anime. I mean, Jesus has an anime. Thank you so much, Moon. That's so sweet. Thank you, Moon, for the gift sub. And Titty, enjoy your sub. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy your ad-free chillin'. Thank you so much, Moon. We really appreciate it. Some of the ads on Twitch are just a little bit bizarre. But... Jenny, what are we doing, baby? Why are we tying ourselves in knots? Oh, he's digging. Okay. Is there like a new ad campaign? There's sweet chili sauce. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's burrowing. It's fine. It's whatever. Oh, hi, Pico. I just got a jump scare. I just had a... Pico, you want to come over here? Pico. Yeah? You want to come say hi to the people? Hello. Look at that beautiful Pico. Look at the beautiful Pico. It is a Pico. Pico almost never comes and hangs out during Crafty Chat. Hello. Let's move this. Hello. All the orange babies. Hello. Yeah. Oh. Hi. Somebody just wants... I don't know if you guys heard that through my mic, but apparently another of the cats wanted to be heard. Nico, what's your brother doing? Anyways, well, while we've got Pico here, just chilling. Oh, Pico's gone. Never mind. Pico, you coming or going? Blocking the camera? Pico. I know. I was gonna say, like, while Pico's being here. Anyways, while Pico's butt is here. Pico's butt is going to help me. We have a bit of an exciting announcement. I'm gonna announce this in the server as well for the people who can make it to the stream. But I've been working behind the scenes for the last couple days on our Etsy store. If you don't know, Toot and I have an Etsy shop. It started off selling crochet shawls that Toot made, just gorgeous shawls. Just threw up the link, the new link. So it was called Little Elephant Design, which was our business name before, but we've decided to rebrand and bring it under the Cozy DH kind of header. So it is now the Cozy DH shop, where the DH stands for Discount Hobbies. Um, so absolutely go check it out. We've got all new branding, new graphics, and most excitingly, we're going to have some new patterns coming very soon. Cross stitch patterns. Um, we've got some a new knitting pattern that's coming up. Um, and yeah, so there's going to be some new products, new branding, and of course, big shout out to Mickey Moth, our artist who has provided all the art for the channel, which we are using again in the Etsy store. So yeah, please go check it out. If you are looking for patterns for knit, crochet, or cross stitch, or if you need some knitting notions, or perhaps you are in need of a lovely shawl, the Cozy DH shop has those for you. And definitely, if you are a frequent user of Etsy, if you pop a favorite on the shop itself, you'll get updated when we release new patterns, when I add new patterns to the store, which should be happening in the next couple of days. I'm actually working on a batch of Valorant themed patterns. I'm very excited about those. I have one ready to go, and I'm working on a few more, with some more to come. So definitely stay tuned for that. Very excited. I've been working on that. Yes, the Valorant patterns are 100% because Moon has made Valorant not only her special interest, but my special interest as well. So definitely go check out Moon Phased if you do not know what Valorant is. It's an FPS game. You play in a team of 5 or by yourself. There's lots of ways to play it. Anyways, it's fun. I love watching it. Moon plays it. She makes it seem really cozy. So definitely go check that out. Moon Sunday night Valorant reset is my favorite way to start my week off. So yeah, so go check out Moon, and you will see where the inspiration for the new line of cross stitch patterns came from. Okay, so that's cool. Tell your friends that we have the new shop. Very excited. I've also started releasing more content on TikTok. So you can check those out. Those are kind of posting. I'm trying to get one out on the days that I'm not streaming. But I'm also trying not to hold myself too much to a schedule, because I don't want to stress myself out. I'm still recovering from a pretty nasty illness, so I'm trying not to take on too much at once. It's hard because I really love making the TikToks. It's really fun. So yeah. I think that's all the news I wanted to share today was the Etsy and the TikToks. There's going to be a few other changes to the YouTube channel coming up. I did post a new YouTube video on Monday. It's going over my me-made wardrobe project. Sorry, Binks just hit the mic. It's going over my me-made wardrobe project, which I've been mentioning the last few crafty chats. Just going a little bit deeper into my plans. It's lists upon lists upon lists of all the projects that I want to make, why I chose them, and kind of my reasoning going into this project. So that's up on the YouTube channel now if you guys want to check it out. I would super appreciate it. I had a lot of fun making that video. Even though it's a short one, it was a lot of talking and a lot of like editing. So it was fun, but it was a bit of a challenge for me, which I enjoy. Okay, business stuff out of the way. We've had business stuff. We've had 2 kitty photo bombs. We've got Jenny just hanging out, showing off his saddles over here. So this evening, I was gonna see if anybody showed up. But I know it's just our little community. It's not our usual night, so I wasn't expecting a huge turnout. I am so thankful to everyone who does come and hang out for our crafty chats. It's definitely the highlight of my week. And Toot and I really enjoy getting to spend some time with you. So, I want to start a new project because I don't have enough on the needles. Well, that's the highlight of yours as well. I'm so glad. Oh God, is Jenny moving the camera? Jenny, what are you doing? Jenny, my son. Oh God. I'm just waiting for that entire like scene to collapse. Anyway. Thank you for the hydrate, Diddy. Okay, so I want to start a new project. Good. Water's good. Water's great. Because I don't have enough things on the needles. And this is, I know that sounds silly, but everything I have on the needles, except for 2 pairs of socks, is a large pullover, which isn't going to be finished anytime soon. So I want a small project that I can kind of start and finish in a few days. Yes, hydration. Brown sugar bubble tea with tapioca pearls. Water. I've got my delicious smoothie here. I've got, of course, Binks. So, you guys are going to help me decide. You guys are going to watch while I try and get Binks off my desk. Okay. There we go. You guys are going to decide what I'm going to make and what colors I'm going to use. So, if you know me, you know that I am obsessed with this book, Saltwater Mittens, and all of the entire series. So these are the traditional mittens found in Newfoundland and Nova Scotia as well. The writers of this book are from Newfoundland, so they focus on the folklore and the history of that area, but it's the same, really. Hi, Binks. Binks, stop rubbing on the microphone. Okay. So I have made it my goal to make every pair of mittens in this book. I am short 6 pairs at the moment. So you guys are going to help me pick out a pattern. And then I've pulled some random balls of yarn. We are going to figure out what colors we're going to do. Keep moving. So the first pattern option we have, these are the mug up mittens. The first pattern we're gonna, Binks, do not chew on the book. I'm probably gonna do trigger mittens. All of these patterns work well as regular mittens, trigger mittens, or as gloves. Trigger mittens are, if you can see here, how it's almost like a lobster claw type thing. It's so that you can, well, I mean, it's so you can pull the trigger of a hunting gun, but they're called trigger mittens, and but they're really handy for like shoveling or walking the dog, or just generally having a little bit more manual dexterity. So whatever pattern we pick, I'm going to make them into trigger mittens. So really, I'm looking for this kind of center motif. So this is mug up. This is the first option. This one is corner boy. So a little bit more plain. We've got Grenfell. So more of like a quilted type pattern. I like this one. It's Spring Ice. which is like it's almost got this like Escher type quality. Hi Opie, welcome. You're just in time. We're gonna pick a project together. Hang Ashore, which is another kind of quilt like pattern. And the last option is Big Diamonds. Opie has 800 points. You may have lost 17k. Oh no. Oh no. Oh right, you put it all on Straubs. Well, we aren't doing a treat eat tonight, Opie, so you're safe from any further gambling. Alright. So those were the 6 options. I don't know if there's any right away that kind of stuck out to you. If we have more than a couple contenders, I'll have to throw up a poll. So there's the Mug Up. I like this is very much like a classic kind of Argyle. And then Corner Boy, which is a little bit plain but very cozy. And then this is a Handsome Man. Speaking of a Corner Boy. Grenfell, which is the quilt-like pattern. Spring Ice, which is the Eschery one. Or Big Diamonds, which it has the pattern for both the Solitaire or the Forever. Yes. One thing I love about this book is that it contains little bits of folklore and history, like different phrases that are only used in Newfoundland and stuff. So this one is, look at those young maidens out beating the path. This meant walking along Church Street, Bonavista, after supper and before dark, in hopes of courting. That's from a gentleman who was born in 1900, who lived in Bonavista. I know, I said Bonavista, it's Bonavista. You know, like Eyes the By. That's the line in Eyes the By. Eyes the By that builds the boat. Eyes the By that sails her. Eyes the By that catches the fish and brings it home to Lizer. Hip your partner, Sally to bow. Hip your partner. From the gate, Morton's Harbor, all around the circle. Alright, maybe that isn't as common a song as I thought it was. I just started singing it and then I realized that that might be not a thing. Anyways. I'm gonna put up a poll with 3 of the options. Unless there's one that just like jumped right up at you. I'm gonna put up a poll. I know, it's so bad because like so many of the names in Newfoundland and New Brunswick and Nova Scotia are were originally French because of the Acadians. Can you gamble which one wins? No, you have to vote for which one wins. Hello, Mickey. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, and thank you so much for the resub. Mickey, I was just talking about you, actually. I'm doing a rebrand of our Etsy store and using some of the wonderful art that you've done for the channel to help me out with that. Which pattern shall we? Ooh. Okay, Mug Up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this poll up. There we go. All right, so poll is up. I didn't put up Corner Boy or Big Diamonds. Not super feeling them. Um, so I will flip through them again. And you guys can let me know which one you want to do. So this is Mug Up. This is Grenfell. Spring Ice. And this is Hangashore. And then I've got some yarn options. So everything else in this book I've already made. Everything, all these other lovely, wonderful patterns I have already made a version of in some form or another for someone or another. I've made them as mittens, I've made them as wristers, I've made them as mittens. Did I already say mittens? Trigger mitts, mittens, wristers. Wristers being the Newfoundland term for fingerless mitts. But yeah. I know, they're so cute. So then I just grabbed a few yarns from my stash. So I use Briggs and Little Heritage, which is a yarn that's milled in New Brunswick. Speaking of New Brunswick, I got squirreled. The French names in the Maritimes crack me up because they are completely and utterly French. However, the way that they're pronounced, like, I'm gonna type it in chat, and then I'm gonna say it out loud. Okay, so that's the name of the place. Moon, you're not ready for this. It's Haverbushy. Welcome to Haverbushy. I'm not kidding. That's an actual place in it's either New Brunswick or Nova Scotia. All right, the poll ended and we are going to do Spring Ice. Perfect. That's awesome. All right. So, okay. Awesome. All right. So yarn. Let's talk yarn. I use a Briggs and Little, which is milled, grown, dyed, spun, sold in New Brunswick. So it's a New Brunswick yarn. It's a Canadian yarn. It's 100% wool. It's like the most authentic Canadian wool you can possibly get. I'm glad that gave you a giggle, Moon. Ever what? Yep. Oh, Titty, you aren't ready for half the names in Newfoundland. Let's take a trip up to Conception Bay or Dildo. So this yarn, and it's so funny because this yarn is my absolute favorite. It's a really rough, really, like, the nice word is rustic, but it's rough. It's a rustic 100% wool. And here in Ontario where we are, this is a little bit of a specialty yarn. You can usually get it at a yarn store. It's going to cost you about $9 a ball, $9 or $10 a hank. In Nova Scotia, this is dollar store yarn. Like, literally, you go to the Great Canadian Dollar to get it, and it's like $2 or $3 a ball. It's my absolute favorite yarn. It's hard to come by up here. It's super common down home. So whenever people go visiting, they bring yarn back for me, and I've just been hoarding little bits and pieces of it. Okay, so I pulled out a few colors. I've got this lovely heather pink, a brown, nice rusty orangey red, a mauve. It's a little more purplish than it's showing up on the camera. Kind of a denim blue. This one is lovely. It's got like little heathery flecks of different colors in it. A navy, dark, just guess all in navy. This lovely purple. It's kind of like a lilac-y, lavendery purple. And just a gray. Nice steel gray there. So, let's take a look at the pattern we've picked. Oh, you want to know another good Nova Scotian name? I'm going to type it in chat again, and then I'm going to pronounce it for you. I guarantee you, you are not ready for how that is pronounced in English or French. That is Malagant Cove. I know, right? It's named after a ship that went down there, but the locals just call it Malagant. I'm telling you, it's a trip. Spring ice. You definitely got the cove right. Okay, so this mitten is done in 2 colors, but I usually do navy, lavender, gray. It's like a steel, slightly bluey gray. Oh, Jenny. Okay, we're switching over to the critter. Jenny is disrespecting his surroundings. Jenny, baby, are you trying to block the camera so we can't perceive you? Oh, he's on his ladies right now? Oh no. I don't... This... Oh. And we're down. Okay. He's down. He's recovering. He's got this. It's fine. I know, his colors are so gorgeous. Like when we were... no, he hasn't shed recently. He's actually due for a shed. When we got him, he was just a standard corn snake. I think probably if we did do like genetics on him, he would come up as like an ultra red or something like that, super red. But no, he's just... This is what corn snakes look like sometimes when they're super pretty. Yeah, he is a bit dull at the moment. If you see his belly at any point, you can kind of tell when he's getting ready for a shed, because when he's freshly shed, his belly is a very like stark checkerboard. But right now, especially, it's a little okay, we're not going to perceive the toot. All right, we're switching back here. when he's getting ready to shed, the colors are a little bit duller. The line isn't as crisp along his belly scales. All right. So this mitten is done in 2 colors. I usually do at least 3 or 4. I usually do, like, I'll pick 2 colors for this section, and then so I'll pick one main color. So say the gray would be the same all the way through, but then for this section I would do the white in one color, and then out here the white would be a different color, and the color up here would be the same as the color there. So let's pick. Sorry, he managed to thread himself through his the loop of his hydrometer. He's kind of stuck right now. Jenny, you need help? Yep. That's one thing you have to be aware of with snakes as they grow, especially if you get them as babies, is they will try to go through everything, and they will get stuck in stuff because they don't know how chonky they are. So sometimes he's okay. He's okay. He's fine. Toot's just checking him over, because sometimes if they get stuck in stuff, they'll dent a scale or something, and it'll look a little bit uncomfortable, or like they got hurt on something, but it's just they're a little bit dented because they got squished. Their skeletal structure is such that it can expand and contract. So they're pretty resilient little buggers, but we still worry. All right, so from my bin O treats here. Actually, I'm a little bit worried about Jenny, so I'm just gonna quickly check on him. Oh, he's okay. He's going into hiding. Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay. All right, so let's pick out 3 colors from here. So we want one main color that's going to go through the entire mitt, and then 2 colors that are going to play off of it. I don't think he's embarrassed he got caught goofing up. I think he's angry that we stopped him from goofing up. He's an upsetty spaghetti. Just a few grumpy scales, I'll be fine by the next shed. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's just a little bit dented. Just taking a little sippy sip. The thing you can see swinging at the top of his enclosure, that is a Funko Pop of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. The 3 of them are suspended from the top of the enclosure, and he likes to climb on them. So if you're wondering what those little dangling feet are, I think that's Sarah that you can see. Might be Winnie. All right, colors. What are we thinking? Oh, it's Sarah? Yeah, I thought so. What are we thinking? I think I know that for the main color, Moon would be leaning towards this. I just have a feeling that Moon would take this as the main color. But I think this brown might also be good. I don't know. You guys decide. Shout out some colors in the chat. in the meantime, I will take a look at the pattern and try and figure out what needles I need. I grabbed 2 sets of DPNs because I couldn't remember. You'd think I would know by this point. Urple. Okay. So we've got, so we're going to do the Urple and the blue. And then should we do the other blue with it? So like that. Urple. Do we want to do like a gray? You would think I would know by now what size needles I need for these because I've made 407 pairs of them. Not that many. I've only made like 12 pairs. But I don't, so I grabbed both of my sets. That should be about the right size. I need 4mm. I mean, some of them have been for kids. I've made 1 pair of baby and 2 kids mittens, and yeah. All right, Mickey, go sleep. We will have fun. You have a good sleep, and thank you so much for popping in. Thank you again for the resub. I super appreciate it, and it's always lovely seeing you. Good night. Good night. I'm using my KP Zings, which there's the 4mm. I love these because they're all different colors, like each set. So this is the 3.75. So this is the size right below this one. And then this is the 4.5 is the size right above it. So you can see there are like, it does create a very lovely gradient when you have all of them all together. Okay, so we're definitely going to go with this dark blue and this purple. And then the third color, do we want to go with the lighter blue or the gray? Or both, really. We can do some cool stripey stuff. I also have more of the purple and the blue. I just didn't grab those other balls. I'm sorry for making you make decisions. The heather blue is too similar. Yeah. Yeah, I think these two might be too close in value. But if we do, so in this picture, so we'll do this navy blue will be this gray color, the dark gray. And then we'll do the white in this section will be purple, and the white in these 2 sections will be gray. How does that sound? Yeah. We like that? Okay. So, that sounds big brain. The other thing about these mittens is that traditionally, like we're talking 1800s, these have been made since, like this style of mitten. And they would be made with kind of whatever you have lying around. So you might have, they might be more colors than this because it would just be, you know, what I can get my hands on at the moment. It's that style in vintage knitting is known as make, do, and mend. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, there's some really interesting patterns that are kind of designed to use up every last inch of every bit of yarn you have, because it was hard to get more, and it was valuable. So you would use every tiny little bit. All right, so let's take a look here. So I mostly work from digital patterns, which are slightly easier for me to work from, because you don't need to like hold the book flat. So probably what I'm going to end up doing is recreating these charts in Stitch Fiddle and working from a screen. But this is what a knitting chart looks like. Pretty similar to a cross stitch chart. So the dots are going to be our dark color and the white boxes are going to be our light color. This is for the thumb, and then this is going to be the pattern on the back. But we don't need to worry about that right now, because I'm going to start with the ribbing for the wrist. And I like to do mine because it's Canada and winters are long and harsh. I usually like to do my ribbing from here to about here. So like a good 4 or 5 inches of ribbing. Because that way it's like really tucked up inside your sleeve and you're not going to get any snow or anything on your wrist itself. So I usually do like a super long ribbing. That's one of those things that's like, it's this white, really, really cold stuff that falls from the sky. And then it's coarse and gritty and gets everywhere. Right, wrist with D, cast on 36 stitches. Okie dokie. So that's all I need for that right now. I need 36 stitches, and I'm doing it in a stripe pattern with these. Yeah, have you ever seen the movie Cool Runnings? I feel like you're gonna be like the Jamaican bobsled team when they show up in Calgary for the first time. He pulls every article of clothing out of his bag, puts them all on, and then puts the bag on, and he walks out, and his coach is like, "Yeah, it's not the heat, it's the humidity that'll get you." If only there was an Etsy shop that sold knitted clothes to keep you warm. Yes. If only there was somewhere that you could get a lovely crocheted shawl. Thank you, Moon. Thank you. Moon's on it. Oh, humidity is the worst. So these mittens, usually a pair takes me like less than a week to do. Big Brain Moon, not sponsored. Man, if I could afford to sponsor someone, Moon would be the first on the list. I'm still looking for that Notion sponsorship myself. Although if Jenny keeps hamming it up like this, we might be able to get like a, you know, a Zoom Ed or Black Box Cages sponsorship, All Reptiles, something like that. I was hesitant about doing snake cams because for when we have the camera in Pow's enclosure, the stand for it is attached to the enclosure in such a way that the corner of the door has to be open. And for Pow, it's not enough for her to get out of that corner. But for one of the snakes, they could easily get out if I used that same clamp. So I had to like rig something up. Just passing through, you know, just moseying on. Alright, so while I'm casting this on, we're gonna have Binks walk this way. Because here comes the boy. Hello, boy. This is Pennywise. Penny, my good son, is a different species from Jenny. So Jenny is a corn snake. Penny is a ball python. You can pretty much see the difference in their body structure right away. So Penny is about 3 years younger than Jenny, and is already about twice his size in weight and almost his size in length. Ball pythons are much larger in general than corn snakes, so he is a thick boy. He is a chunk boy. And also corn snakes tend to be quite zoomy, whereas ball pythons tend to be a ball, as you can see. Yeah, he's a big boy. So he's still a sub-adult. I'd say he's probably close to his adult size. Again, he's a male, so he will... Sorry. Thanks. No. The cats don't get unsupervised playtime. Alright. Okay. Alright. What was I saying? I don't know. He's a big boy. Binks. Okay. He's a little bit active now. So this boy, he is actually a combination of different morphs. So this is not what a ball python would look like in the wild. Ball pythons are native to Africa. And that's actually where they get one of their names. They're also known as royal pythons because royalty would wear them as jewelry. Still alive because they're so slow moving and chill. Like you can see, he's just wrapped around my arm. They're so slow moving and chill that they would just hang out around someone's neck. So that's why they're also called royal pythons. So his morph, he is a lesser pastel vanilla het, which means heterozygous, which is a term for genetics, for clown. So that's a lot of words for that describe how he looks. Basically, clown gives him these, what a lot of people call alien heads, but kind of look like ghosties. They change the way those look. The lesser pastel and vanilla all change the colors that he has. So basically, he's a very beautiful boy. He's being quite squirrely today. He's usually a lot chiller than this. You see something you like over there, baby? Well, I hope you enjoyed that look at the two different species of snakes that we keep. So both of these snakes, ball pythons and corns, I would say are very good if you've never had a snake before. They every species of snake could be a beginner snake pretty much if you're willing to put in the research and the time and the care. But ball pythons, because they're so not hots. I do not mean venomous snakes by that. But ball pythons tend to be quite slow moving. They're very chill. They're easy to handle. But they do tend to be picky eaters, so that's kind of the trade-off there. Whereas corn snakes will eat anything you put in front of them, but they're, especially when they're babies, they're very small and very fast and very easy to lose. So so there's always a trade-off. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. The animals never stop in this house. We were actually going to go with a hognose snake for our first snake. And hognose snakes, they're also native to the United States. And they're a very small species of snake. They're super cute. They've got this like pushed up little snoot that looks like a hognose. And their primary defense mechanism in the wild is playing dead, which is adorable. But they are mildly venomous. Their venom has no effect on humans, but it could be dangerous to a cat. And because we do have cats, we just in case, like on the wild off chance that something happened, we decided to go with something that was absolutely not venomous at all. So we went corn snake. But snakes are fantastic pets, and a lot of people think that reptiles don't really have much personality, or that they don't show any kind of affection. And I think it's just that they're very different animals than cats and dogs that you might be used to. They don't show affection the same way cats and dogs do. But I would say that our snakes, especially, like, Penny prefers me over Toot, and Sandy prefers Toot over me. It's just clear in their actions how they act when they're cruising the glass, how they're being fed, when they're being handled. They have their preferences. They definitely have their people that they choose. And they definitely have personality. Like you guys know Pow, and you know Pow is just full of sass. Penny's a sweetheart. Jenny's a ham sandwich. Sandy is just chaos. If any of our animals were Toot's natural born child, it would be Sandy. Sandy is also a corn snake. He is an anery corn snake, which means he's like mostly black and white. And he's about the same age as Penny. Actually, they're just a couple of months apart. So maybe next time, if I can get it rigged up again successfully, we might do a Sandy cam. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that as well. I must count. What's 36 divided by 3? It's 12. Yeah, I feel like the camera would be face down in the substrate before we could blink. I cast on too many stitches. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Gigi is the best snake. Gigi just wants to be the handsomest boy. Gigi gets very jealous when Toot calls the snakes her son or her handsome boy or her baby boy. So yeah, if you have any questions about the snakes, about their care, their keeping, anything like that, let me know. We're always happy to talk about them. I cast on this many too many stitches. Oops. You called Jenny Bubba once while holding him and Gigi yelled at you. Yeah, I can see that. Gigi is the only Bubba. There can only be one, and it is Gigi. This is the part of working with DPNs that sucks, is the very first round, because you have to like hold them in place while also not twisting the knitting. So basically you need several hands to do it. So we cast on 36 stitches. So I'm gonna do, it calls for 26 rounds, but like I said, 26 rounds of ribbing. Like I said, I'm gonna do probably about 4 or 5 inches. And then we'll move into the hand itself. And yeah, like a pair of these usually takes me less than a week. I mean, if I'm really hyper focused on it, I can do a pair in a couple of days. But that will not be the case with these because I have other stuff I do want to work on. I just kind of wanted a fast win. Yeah, knitting with DPNs always looks a little bit like magic at first. And the first couple of rows, like, look how floppy this is. Like, there's nothing holding this together. And I don't know if you can see, because I started with a dark yarn, but you can kind of see here, this is the cast on edge. And then it flips around, and then it flips around again, and then it flips around again. And you have to basically stop it from doing that, or else you'll just end up with a Mobius strip instead of a circular piece of knitting. I should do an entire sweater on them. Go like really super old school and get the giant sweater DPNs. Or were you referring to the fact that someone tried to... No, this size? Okay. But I've got 5 of them. Sorry for the badooms. My phone is being badoomin' weird. Damn it. Oh heck. Oh heck. Okay. But people did actually used to... This was how sweaters were knitted in the round, except these would be like a foot long. And you would use probably 4 of them. Because you need at least 3 to make a circle. But some people use 4, just depending on how many stitches and how the stitches divide up. Like right now, I'm using 3 because I have 36 stitches, and that divides nicely into 3. It also divides nicely into 4, but I prefer working on 3 when I can. If I was working on like a hat, for example, I usually do those with 4, with the stitches on 4, making a square, because I would decrease at each point of the square. I hecked up. Also, so most DPN sets come with 5 needles in case you want to do them on 4, but you only need 3. 3 and then the working needle. So this yarn, the Briggs and Little, it's an Aran weight yarn, which is slightly heavier than worsted, but not as heavy as a bulky. So it's nice and thick, and it's got some give to it. These needles, the 4mm, are slightly too thin. So if I was making, say, a sweater with this yarn, I would probably use a 6mm needle or 5.5, something that's going to give me a little bit more drape. But working them so tightly on the 4mm, that's making the fabric a lot denser. So they're going to be very warm, very waterproof. Very good for Canadian winters. All right, we got through our first row. So I'm gonna just throw in some striping. I'm gonna do a few rows in this blue, and then do a couple rows in the gray or the purple. What did we decide? Were we gonna do the purple on the cuffs and the top of the cuffs and the fingers, or in the spring ice pattern? Between all the nudes and drama, you haven't finished a single row of cross stitch yet. Yeah, you've been up and down quite a bit. It's nice having the noodles on screen for a bit of a change, though, I think. Your baby boy needed you. Yes. Toot is a fussy mum. So our next crafty chat is going to be Monday. So will I still be working on these on Monday? I don't know. Maybe I should run a prediction poll. Well, but then I can't make the prediction poll span over multiple streams. Sandy is your son, your clone, your chaos incarnate, but Jenny is your first noodle love. Yeah. Yeah. Jenny is how you really fell in love with snakes, I think. Toot was not a snake person when we met. Actually, when I was going to the grocery store, no, not the grocery store. When I was going to the pet store, which is where you buy pets, to get Jenny, and I would recommend, if you're going to purchase a reptile, to purchase it from a reptile store and not go to somewhere like PetSmart. But unfortunately, we went to PetSmart for our first one, and they have. Our PetSmart has an amazing, amazing employee who really knows snakes, really knows reptiles. She was amazing, but not every PetSmart has that kind of reptile guru. And actually, the day that I went to pick him up, because if you are thinking about getting a reptile, you definitely shouldn't do it spur of the moment. You should have the enclosure, do the research, know what species you're going to get, make sure your enclosure is set up, that their temps are good, their hydration's good, all that kind of stuff, before actually getting the animal. So I went to pick up Jenny, and the usual reptile person wasn't there, and the person covering the reptile department was not a fan of snakes. And she had to pull this little itty baby corn snake out of his enclosure and put him in like basically a deli container, like something that you would get your coleslaw in. And she was so freaked out, and she actually dropped him on the floor. My poor baby. And I was like, do you want me to do that? She was like, yes, please. Oh, thank you, Toot. He flew. Toot has just put up a prediction. When will DH finish these mittens? Thank you for those options. The options being Monday, or next year, or wow. Y'all have so little faith in me. So little faith in me. Alright, we'll see. Hyper focus, activate, activate, activate. Hyper focus, activate, activate, activate. This is Bella. Everybody say hello to Bella. Can you imagine a kind of Power Rangers choreography with that tune? Amazing. I just had Trisha Paytas in my head singing that. Sorry. Hi, baby girl. Need some loves? Daddy finish this row first, and then we do loves. Yeah. Okay, it's loves time. Loves for Bella. This is Bella. Bella is our oldest child. She is 15 now. She's missing all of her front teeth. Yeah, my little toothless baby. She's a drooly baby. She's still baby. I mean, look how small she is. Little tiny baby. Yeah, this is why nothing gets done. Nothing gets done around here because there are babies. There are babies. Yeah, have you been sleeping? Thank you for the hydrate, Moon. Everyone, please hydrate with me. She did not want to be held. She only wanted to harass. This is your mitten now, baby. Not rotate the camera again, please. The other thing about this yarn, Briggs and Little, it's 100% wool yarn. So the cats absolutely love it. It's like, it's woolly and sheepy and smells like animals, and I really hope Bella didn't just dox me. I have no idea what she just showed. Bella. Bella. What am I going to do with her? So I'll probably knit about an inch of this and then start throwing in some striping, because I like them to be balanced, like symmetrical, if that makes sense. Symmetrical hamburger, not hot dog. So of course they're going to be symmetrical hot dog. I don't know if that made sense at all. But I like them to be symmetrical. So I'll probably knit for a couple of rows and then start figuring out what kind of striping pattern I want to do. I like doing irregular stripe lengths, like mixing and matching like 3 rows with 2 rows with 1 row, but then mirroring that so it looks on purpose and not just like you're doing random stripes. I think that, if anything, is my signature, is the uneven but mirrored stripes. Nope. Okay. Can't do that. Okay. Bella. Anyways. So yes, new video up on the YouTube channel, the Me Made Wardrobe Project. I hope if you haven't already checked it out, you'll definitely go and give it a watch. I am going to be I'm going to be doing some rearranging of the YouTube channel. So if you've checked it out in the last couple of days, you might notice it looks a little bit different. So yeah, just doing some remodeling of the various cozy DH ways to reach me. I am planning on putting up another podcast 1 week from now. That is assuming that I'll be able to do Monday Night Crafty Chat on schedule. Otherwise, podcast will go up on Monday and Crafty Chat will be on Wednesday. Not good. So yeah, and then lots of little fun TikToks and stuff. I'm having so much fun editing those and putting them together. I really enjoy it. I think before, when I was trying to do the pro gamer thing and put out Let's Play and video game videos every day, I was really stressing myself out. I don't know. I feel like I can be more myself with the crafting content. I can, you know, show off my kids and show off what I'm working on and do silly little things like that. It was cracking me up, however, because if you're not aware, YouTube does let you see the analytics for your videos. You have to request access to them, I believe, but then you can see it, and it breaks it down like what country people are watching from and how long they're watching, and then there's one that shows the demographic of your viewers broken down by gender and age. And apparently my viewership is mostly women over the age of 55, which totally tracks and is also hilarious because I am neither of those things. Yeah, analytics are so interesting. I also requested access to see my TikTok analytics, which take like 2 days to start calculating. I'm really interested in seeing those. I think you are the farthest from a female over the age of 55. But I appreciate you. Yeah, we're just watching Jenny for a little bit because he's being absolutely friggin' adorable. I think he might be ready to make a play for his ladies. But yeah, you can kind of see his belly now, that checkerboard pattern. And you can see that the lines between the white and the black are a little bit blurry, a little bit fudged. So those get really sharp and crisp right after he sheds. And the duller his belly gets, the closer to a shed we can tell. And he'll keep shedding throughout his life. They don't, even though they kind of stop with the rapid growth, he'll still continue to shed every few months or so. He is definitely full of beans today. Are you hiding now, my son? Where are you going? Oh, he's making a move. Disappearing into his leaves. Thank you for the hydrate, dude. What was I doing? I can't remember. We're switching back over here. I need my ruler. Where is my ruler? It's in my desk drawer. This is my favorite ruler. I got it from not Paw Patrol. Oh God, what was it? Puppy Pals? Puppy Pals? I think it's Puppy Pals. Anyways, Pug Pals? They were both pugs. Anyway, it was one of those like art kits that you get from the Disney store that come with the markers and stuff. And it came with this ruler, and it's my absolute favorite ruler for doing crafty stuff because it's mostly transparent. So it's really nice for measuring how how many stitches are in something. So I'm just going to see how many rows. Right, so you can see we're just at about an inch of fabric. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows-ish. So if I want 5 inches, that's 30 rows. So 26 rows would have gotten us pretty close to the 4 to 5 inches that I would have wanted. Jenny's just hanging out. Hi, baby boy. Sorry for flipping back and forth so much. It's so interesting, you know? This is fun for us too, because we don't always, like, the way that Toot and I sit, we are facing the snake enclosures, but we're not always getting to see these details at this kind of angle or this close up. So this has been really cool for us too, I think. Well, I know it's been really cool for myself. I hope it's been really cool for Toot as well. Yeah, look at your boy. He's so handsome. That's Snoot, though. That's Snoot. He knows we're talking about him. Do you guys ever feel like when you're crafting that you kind of need just like a palate cleanser, like a break from whatever you're doing and you need to do something little and fast? Or are you more of a I must see my project through to the end kind of person? Moon is a must see the project through, and Toot is also a must see the project through. You're a big project never finishes kind of guy. See, I'm a multiple big project that are gonna get finished in several years kind of guy. Although I am almost through the body of the first of my Me Made Wardrobe projects. And I'm hoping the sleeves aren't far behind. I just need to actually work on them. Which is what I always say. I just need to actually work on it. I say as I just started a new project. I don't know. Sometimes you just need a break. You need a quick win. I don't understand people whose quick wins are like a pair of socks. That is not a quick win. That is a pretty big project for me. All right, bye Jenny. Goodbye my boy. Bella's back. Back again. Bella's back. Tell a friend. But yeah, some people are like, oh yeah, I just needed a quick project, so I cast on a pair of socks. It's like, socks are so many stitches. Like, so many stitches. That's not a fast project. Unless you're doing, like, house socks with big chunky yarn. Yes, dude, I did say to tell a friend. Although I do need to make myself a pair of house socks out of this yarn. I have a pair, but I did I made them like Christmassy and they've got color work around the top. And they are a pain to get on and off. They're super comfy when they're actually on. It's just the process of trying to get them on and then the process of trying to get them off is lengthy and uncomfortable. Bella? Bella's knocking stuff over on my desk. It's fine. But they are the most comfortable house socks I have. So I need to make another pair of them just without the color work. But I want to get the all the mittens finished first so that I don't have to like buy more yarn for the mittens because I can just use kind of scraps and whatever's left for the socks. Do like a stripy, scrappy, make do and mend type vibe. So yeah, I intend on using every last inch of Briggs & Little in my stash. I am going to make these 6 pairs of mittens. Then I'm going to make a pair of house socks. And then I'm going to make a hap shawl. A hap shawl is a traditional Scottish shawl. You start with a big square in the middle. It's usually just like garter stitch, which is the basic stitch that everyone learns to do. And then you pick up and do a border around it in like this. Hi, Earls. Guys, no fight, only love. Yes, that's good. Curl up. No fight. Okay. Early has just settled. Right here. Just slightly off camera. So I may be in the middle of a gang war in just a second. What was I saying? Yes, a hap shawl. It's a big square, and then you pick up around the square and you do a border that is like it's kind of like a rippling lace pattern, also known as feather and fan, or old shale are the 2 names for the lace pattern. So that's what I'm gonna do with the last of my Briggs & Little, and then I will have no more Briggs & Little. Jenny? Jenny, my love. I saw that. I'm also working on a sweater in this Briggs & Little. Like a full cabled sweater. Which, I don't know why. This yarn, I don't like rough yarns against my skin, generally speaking. But there's something about this yarn that's just, it's sensory heaven for me. I love the feel of it when I'm working with it. I love the feel of it when I'm wearing it. I love it. Like it has the good touch. All right, Jenny, you play Jurassic Park. If that camera comes down, though. But yeah, I love this yarn. It feels good in my hands, and I love the fabric I get from it, and yeah. Yes, enjoy that earworm. Courtesy of me. This is really strange. I've got these two cats sitting on my desk like gargoyles. They're both in the same position, both facing outwards. Both doing the crouch. Oh, I see the predictions ended. Let's see what you guys predicted. Okay, so one of you thinks that I will finish on Monday. And one of you thinks that I will never finish. I wonder who is who. I wonder who is who. I have Pow in the background headbutting the door. Oh, you didn't join? Okay, so someone else is giving me sauce. I see. Pow is being so loud behind us. Like, for such a tiny little bean, she is throwing all of her weight against the doors and rearranging her enclosure and trying to drown her food dish, and she's a lot today. She's a lot. Hi, Earls. You want to come over here? Early just sniffed my wrist and it was really cute, but I don't think you could see it. Early. Early, girly. Yeah, those are good Earls. Listen, I haven't finished the mittens yet. You cannot finish the prediction before Monday, March 10th, 2025. That is unfair slander. Unfair slander. Just trying to reach under Bella for my other. Just the fax them. Name. You won because Toot is giving me sauce. That's... I'm getting sauce. That's fine. That's fine. I will show y'all wrong. All of you. You'll see Every last one of you will see. I will get my revenge. I am Negaduck. Sorry, I'm having a moment. No one else is invited. It's fine. Is it still demand avoidance if the fact that you don't think I'm gonna finish? Is it still demand avoidance if you don't think I'm gonna finish? Which makes me want to work on them extra hard so that I do finish them by next Monday? Yes, sorry, we joined the second yarn. So I'm going with the light purple. I'm gonna do 2, maybe 3 rows of this. And then so the navy is still attached. And I'll just it just gets carried up the inside. It's easier than breaking it and then rejoining and breaking and rejoining it. You'll win, you can reset me. Oh no. Please don't reset me. Toot knows how to reset me. No. No disassemble. So next crafty chat is going to be Monday. That's March 11th, I believe. We're going to do 6:30 p.m. again. But before that, Friday, so a couple days from now, we're going to be playing Yono and the Celestial Elephants on stream, and I think we're going to finish up the game that stream. I'm not sure because I've never played it, so I'm not 100% sure exactly how far along we are. But I think we might finish up Yono in the next stream, which is very exciting. I am having so much fun playing this on stream with you guys. Even if I am making some absolute pro gamer moves. So then I need to figure out what we're going to play together next. I might solicit some suggestions in the Discord. Toot has had some amazing suggestions for stuff that we can play. Riley's headbutting the mic. But yeah, we need another cozy game to play together. Stardew 1.6 is dropping. Maybe we'll do a little Stardew stream. Valo stream when Valorant has controller support. That's when Valo stream. Until then, no Valo stream. Or until I can find a controller workaround. Yeah, they are. Early says no more talk. She keeps headbutting the mic away from me. Yeah. I'm hoping that with controller support I'll be able to play it because I really enjoy the game so much. So yeah, we could do Stardew, we could do I'm leaning towards Palia, which I want to play more of, just on my own time as well. I restarted my file recently, so I'm like back at square one. which is very interesting. Because I actually I went through and they've added so much new stuff since the last time I played. Oh goodness, Jenny. He showed you his tummy. Please respond. So if you guys have any suggestions for cozy games that you'd like me to see, absolutely drop them in the Discord. If it's something that you've heard of or something that you've played yourself, I would love to see it. Love to check those out. We've got April 8th, the full version of Spirit City Lo-Fi is coming. And I don't think we'll do an entire stream of that because it is more of a productivity tool than it is a game, but I definitely want to show that to you guys when it does drop. I'm very excited for April 8th. And I don't know. I'm like living in fear of what Jenny's about to do next. Like I don't know, like what is he, why are those leaves moving? What is he stuck in? I have gotten distracted a lot. But yeah, if you aren't part of the Discord, we do have a gaming chat there. It's not as active as the crafting section, but it's there. So definitely check it out. I love hearing what you guys are playing. Anna was talking about Chance of Centaur, Shenta, something like that. It's a really cool game where you have to figure out the language so that you know what people are saying to you, but it isn't like you unlock a dictionary or something. Like you actually have to figure it out by what common words might be or common sounds might represent and that kind of thing. So it's a really interesting take on a really slow story-driven game. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, if you're playing anything interesting, definitely let us know. I'm in a Cozy Games Club server, which is dangerous for the wish list because every time a new cozy game comes out or a new cozy demo comes out, they post about it, and then you go and you look at it in Steam and you're like, ooh, that looks really interesting, and then you play the demo and then you really want to get it, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, that's about it. I think we're gonna start getting wrapped up here. We've been going for a couple of hours. I've got babies upon babies that need some taking care of. I'm starting to get a little bit breathless. So Toot's gonna start throwing up some links there if you want to go check them out. Absolutely, please, please, please do. If you see something you like, tell a friend. You know, tag us on your socials, get the word out. I mean, you guys are awesome. I love this community. We are so grateful for everyone who comes to the streams. Whether you chat, whether you lurk, just being here is awesome, and we love seeing you. You can check out our Discord. The Discord is where you're going to get all of the info about upcoming streams, what's going on in the community, that kind of thing. That's where you're going to get it all first, and the most accurate is going to be in the Discord. Check out the YouTube channel. We're doing some more structured crafting content, like I said. Check out the TikTok. There's lots of animal stuff, little bit of gaming stuff. There's a cute Yono one, I think, that's getting posted on Saturday. And I've got a knitting one going up tomorrow that I'm really excited about because it's a little bit of a departure for me. It's the first time I've done something like that, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, Moon, you're so welcome. I'm so glad you enjoyed seeing the animals and getting to help choose the new project. That was fun. And yes, our children are full of beans. So yeah, I think we've said everything that we wanted to say about all of the things. Go look at all of the links and check out all of the links and watch the videos and be involved. And hello, I'm shutting down. So instead of continuing to ramble, I am going to find someone to raid out to. We are going to raid out to Special Bunny again. We hit them up last Wednesday, I believe. They're doing some knitting on a shawl. So let's go hang out with them. I'm going to start the raid now. But in the meantime, I will see you guys in the Discord. I will see you on the YouTube. I will see you on the TikToks. And as always, I will see you in my heart. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.